All right, hello and welcome to our Homestead Training Part 1. My name is Marcus Brigham and I'll be your conductor. And my goal here is to teach you how to put together a simple website that you want to funnel all of your visitors, your prospects to first before them actually taking a look at your Myro Plus business. That's one of the most common mistakes that I see in this industry is that when people join an opportunity like Myro Plus, and of course Myro Plus gives you these websites that you can use, my thing is before you actually send people to those websites, you want to first send them to your own personal website or your branding page. That way, the prospect has an opportunity to identify with you, understand who you are, maybe some of the things you've done in this industry, why you've chosen to partner with Myro Plus, and then that way you're building rapport with your reader, even though they haven't really met you before. But it's just a great icebreaker. So what I want to do is teach you how to create a generic website. Now, what I want to do is show you a website that I've used. Now, many of you know, you can see me on the leaders board that have personally enrolled over 1,000 people in Myro Plus. And I was able to accomplish that by having a basic website. You don't need anything fancy. In fact, let me just kind of show you one of the websites that I used. So I have a simple title. I have a picture of myself, or maybe this could even be a YouTube. And then of course here I have an audio file that you can also download.
Hey, thanks so much, and welcome to my website. My name is Marcus, and listen, I wanted to.
Okay, sorry about the loud scream there. But as I scroll down, and then I have the body of my website here. So I just have my name, written by, and then just some brief information here. You don't want to have a long novel. Mine is actually lengthy enough. What I've done here is I've talked about the experience I had in another company, what made that company challenging. So I was trying to identify with that particular reader, and then I told them about the business that I'm now with, of course, which is Myro Plus. You're all part of that as well. And then at the very bottom, of course, I just put a picture of my family and I, my information, and then I have a continue link sign here that if you click on it, now it actually takes them to the Myro Plus website page. Now, that's all you have to do. So we're going to make this really simple for you. So what I want to do now is start with a blank sheet of paper. And so basically what I want to do now is just kind of go through some of the tabs that you'll use. This first row of tabs will be very important for you. You have your text here, of course, which I'll show you how that works. You have your image button, your photo gallery, which stores, of course, all your photos. You've got your media file as well, your HTML code. So when you have codes, you can post them in there, which I'll show you that. And then the rectangle here is actually how you build your website. So all of us, everybody should have a blank sheet of paper here. If you do not, what you want to do is click right here where it says new page. Go ahead and select where it says white page, start from scratch. You'll enter in the information here, hit next, and then it will bring you to this white page. So instead of actually dissecting each one of these, what I want to do is just kind of start building this thing. I think the best teacher is to just dive in and start learning. So again, we all have a white background now with little small white boxes in there. Now, down here, this tab is really important. You see where it says preview and edit? Edit is where we are right now. It allows us the ability to add things to the page. Preview allows us to see what we're working with. So if we click on the preview button, it's a clean white piece of paper. So again, we're going to now build this all the way up. So I'm going to go back and click on edit. And the first thing I want to have you do is where it says rectangle, click on that little box there. And see, you can actually left click on it and you can drag it anywhere you want. What I'm going to do is pull it all the way to the very top here, leave a little space. I'm going to now drag it over a little bit more. I'm going to bring it all the way down a little bit more here. And so now what we're looking at is I go to preview, this can be my box, and this is going to be my border outside of my web page. So now watch this. Let's say now we want to flip-flop this. Let's say we want to make the green box white. We'll just click on the little drop-down menu here. Click on white. And then outside the box, we want to click here on the white. And where it says background, let's say we want to change it to black. Now all of a sudden, if you look in my preview, it's black. And so now I have a nice professional look here, and I can start filling in the gaps with my title and everything else. So the first thing we want to do now is go ahead and put ourselves a title together. So what we want to do is right here where it says text, go ahead and click on that little box there. I like to center mine right about here, and then I drag it, leave enough space. You want to try to leave it, and you can always make sure that it's measured out perfectly. So I want to back tab a little bit there, clean that up. And let's say we want to call this Best Home Based Business. Oops, I'm not a great typer. So now what I want to do is go ahead, highlight it and center it, as you can see right here, just like a basic Word file or document. And now I have the ability to change the font size. So I can click here. Let's say I want to go ahead and make this a lot bigger. I want to drag it down. Now I can click on the outside of it so it says Best Home-Based Business. Now one thing I always tell people to do is, as you're typing, you always can spell check things right here. You don't want to have a bunch of information out there that's misspelled. So of course this will tell you, I just clicked on it, it says the spelling check is complete. Now let's say I want to change, well actually let's go look at this. So let's go to preview. So Best Home-Based Business. So let's say I want to change this color. What I want to do now is go back to the box, highlight everything, and I can go to this little drop down. I can change it to red. There we go. And so let's say now we want to make it a little bit bigger. I'm sorry, you can bold it right there. Again, we can change the different styles of texture. Actually, I don't know if you call that texture, just a different style of lettering. So Best Home-Based Business. Now I can always stretch it out a little bit more, or I can condense it. So what we've done so far is we've created ourselves a black border. Make sure my time is okay here. It's my little clock I'm watching. So as I showed you here, just to kind of review, we always can change our black border by simply clicking on the black part here. By changing it, if we want to say we want to go to orange, we can change it to orange. Or let's say I want to change it to green, I can go to green. Or let's say I want to go to black, I can go to black. And remember, I have the ability right here as well to change it by simply going to the little drop down box here. Let's say I change it to orange. So with that said, that concludes part 1, and now what we're going to work on now is our little image here. Like I showed you here, there's a picture of myself. I'm going to show you how to put a picture there, right here, or even create a YouTube video. Alright, I'll catch you in part 2.